Team coverage now with Western Mass News exclusive follow-up to a story we first brought you yesterday after we aired our report at 6 about excessive heat in a Springfield apartment. Tenants in another building in the city reached out with similar concerns.
Their units are over 82 degrees and they say their building management is citing a state regulation that doesn't allow for heat shutoff until June 15th. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joining us live in Springfield with those details. Audrey?
The tenants I spoke with have creatively placed fans, tried closing off rooms in their units, anything to stay cool, in the Indian Motorcycle Building, Mason Square Apartments. They tell me they're not sure why they're paying for AC if it's not going to be turned on when it's hot.
I have congestive heart failure and both forms of sleep apnea.
Not that Lynn Belnavis has been able to sleep soundly anyways during the 5 consecutive days of heat in Springfield. She lives in the Indian Motorcycle Building, Mason Square Apartments, and she says the air conditioning hasn't been consistently on in her apartment.
2:30, I woke up in a panic. I couldn't get any air.
She's placed fans around the apartment.
And I've been sitting in my stool right at that fan.
But as Western Mass News found when we brought our thermometer in here it's 84, 84.4. And on Belnavis's stool, 86.4. We went up a floor to another tenant who reached out to us about the heat. And before we even got to her unit,
it's over 90 degrees up here, just as you're walking through the hallway.
I'm on, supplemental oxygen.
Lucille Holmes says she's feeling suffocated.
You got 83 degrees in here.
We reached out to First Resource Management, which operates the building, about the issue. They tell us in part, quote, the system has been up and running. Unfortunately, overnight last night, a section of the system went down in one of the buildings. The contractor has been on site since early this morning working to correct the issue. But both women tell us when they brought their concerns to the building's management, they were given the same reason why the AC hasn't been consistently running.
The state says that we can't turn on the air until the 15th.
June 15th, that's pretty much what they're telling us.
State officials tell Western Mass News that the regulation mandating heat be provided until June 15th also sets minimum and maximum temperature limits that building managers and landlords need to keep in mind. That upper limit is 78 degrees.
It's 85.3 in here, 85.4.
Much lower than what we found in person.
I mean, I wouldn't treat a dog like this. I wouldn't leave a dog in this kind of heat, never mind human beings.
Coming up on Western Mass News at 6, we're taking a closer look at that regulation, plus why one lawmaker says something needs to change. Live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.